and Kyle Brandt here live in Western New York, Orchard Park, Highmark Stadium. Kyle's second home, right by Niagara Falls, ahead of Bills and Bengals tonight. So, Kyle, I ask you this.
Yes.
Tonight's winner, are they the favorite to win it all, win the Super Bowl?
I don't think so. You know what's fun, Colleen, is we've been asking for months, who's going to be this year's Bengals? Like, who's going to come out of nowhere and refuse to lose? Well, it's not the Jaguars. It's definitely not the Giants. I think it's only adults left. There is no Cinderella left in this field. This is an R-rated movie, adults only. And I don't even know if the Bengals-Bills winner will be the favorite in the AFC. Let's depend about what's going on with Patrick Mahomes' ankle. If the Bills win, they got to go to that weird game in Atlanta. If Cincinnati wins, whoever wins this game is going to have to lose a part of themselves, their soul, their energy. They're going to have to leave it all on the field. What's going to be left to take on the Chiefs? Not to mention, Wolf, couple teams left in the NFC that I know you're interested in that might just run roughshod over everybody.
Well,
what do you got?
Well, I think tonight's winner is the favorite to win it all. If you're discounting the city where Liberty was born,
That's right.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Democracy.
Did you see those Eagles last night?
I did.
Did you see Jalen Hurts?
I did.
I think he's okay. That shoulder, he was lowering it into a couple guys. I think that he is going to be just fine. The defense was swarming. Hassan Reddick, back-to-back plays with the
Come on, Wolf.
Bradbury had a great revenge game. I could go on and on, but I won't.
Maybe next week.
I will save you guys from that. Maybe next week, exactly. But now we'll send it out to my girls out there.
Oh, yeah.
Cynthia Freeland. This is for you guys. Cynthia Freeland.
What's up, ladies?
Rachel Bonetta.
Thank you, guys. Well, they look like they're having some fun over there. Maybe hit the tailgate a little too hard before you went on live television, folks. All right, it's time for Game Theory. Let's talk about those two teams. Okay, what are the odds that the Bills make the Super Bowl with a win today?
Okay, so yesterday, with the injury to Patrick Mahomes, I had to redo everything.
Changed.
Yeah, it was
a
fun.
busy gal.
It was a really fun afternoon for me, but it actually shifted who wins the outcome of this game with the Bills. So if the Bills make it against the Chiefs, they didn't used to be favored, and now they would be by just a slight margin, just over 50% in that neutral location. It does make a huge difference.
Before Patrick Mahomes was injured, you said it doesn't matter who the Chiefs are playing in the Super Bowl, they will be the favorite, which is wild. And now it might be the Bills. Okay, what about the Bengals if they win today?
So it also shifted, but if the Bengals win today, it's only 45%. So it's really the O-line and the fact that we did see a ton of pressure coming from the Chiefs and that Bengals O-line. My model does not like missing O-line pieces. I understand Joe Burrow has been under a ton of pressure, but they're also different. Remember, he had almost all that O-line for the majority of the season. It's just recently that he's lost them. It's not all season long, so it is a big difference.
All right, let's go back to that injury with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. What are their odds now to win the Super Bowl? And I'm also curious, what were they yesterday morning?
So 26% right now, that is what they are. But before this all happened, if we would have had the same outcomes, but no injury to Patrick Mahomes, that number would be up over 28%. So it doesn't sound like a lot, 2%, but remember, we still don't know who the NFC is sending to the Super Bowl. We don't even know who they're playing next week yet. So that is a huge difference in just one injury. He's such an important player.
Smoke was just coming out of your computer yesterday.
Jane Slater, take it away.
You know, special teams coach John Fossil said that Brett Maher, his kicker, was distraught after that meltdown against Tampa. 1 for 5 on those extra points. It was so bad they brought in Tristan Vizcaino this week, hoping a little competition might help out Maher. What we saw in practice during the open portion available to the media didn't give us a lot of confidence in Vizcaino, though. Brett Maher was 6 for 6 through the uprights. This team believes in Money Maher and expect him to bounce back after this one, and they need him to. When you consider this game could very well come down to a final play, a final kick. The 49ers kicker, Robbie Gould, is perfect in the postseason. 20 for 25 on field goal attempts, 27 for 27 on those PATs. And earlier this season, Michael Irvin was talking about the Cowboys and what they needed to do to find success. Aside from the kicker, here's a couple of the other things he thought they needed.
That's a topic, bro, that must be answered.
It's going to be the defense leading this team, and it has to be to an NFC Championship game.
You gotta make me say it once or twice. These people heard me say NFC Championship game. You want to?
You slid it in
just
there.
like an old reporter. Repeat again.
But the ultimate goal of getting to at least an NFC Championship game remains the same. Maybe I have to come in now as a wild card.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Doing this thing.
Okay, so, Michael.
Yes.
4 quarters away from that goal being met, an NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And we've had all season long asked you to choose your own topic bar in regards to the Cowboys, and both topic bars, quite frankly, were our ability to troll on you. Neither were anything you wanted to talk about.
Before I go, Rich, let me just say something. Let me say something to him, Rich.
Yeah.
Boy, you always took care of your business.
Hold on.
When you went to when you did it. I'm just telling you, I ain't talking to you today, but I'm just letting you know. I need these dudes to do what you did. Do what you did. You're a bad boy. Man, you just relax. Okay, Rich, go on, talk to me, Rich.
Choose your own pep talk. Put them up on the board, everybody.
Okay,
Put them up on the board.
I wanted to talk to my boy
yourself.
first.
Choose who you want to give pep talks to.
First of all, well, if I do this, if I start this thing off right, I will have to start right with the man of the hour here, because I'm gonna have to start right here, Michael Parsons. Listen, man, this thing was you and Joey Bosa going down the wire for MVP on the defense. Right now, you got a one-on-one battle, what they call, he the man right now. He's the man. As they used to tell me, when you go into this game, you make sure that you are the baddest defender on that field. You make sure that he cannot outplay you. If he hit your quarterback once, you hit his quarterback twice. That's what you do, Dak. Come on, Dak. All this noise all year, after the kind of season you have put up, you put the #1 offense on the field, but you're also #1 in interceptions, buddy. We got away with it all year long. You can't have it here, buddy. We need the good Dak playing and that bad Dak, that Clark Kent Dak. You leave him on the bench, sitting down. But I need Superman in that game. Don't listen to Kurt tell you, don't try to do too much. You do too much. That's what you do. You do too much like you did against the GOAT. Now, CD, let's stop playing around, CD. I had to walk on that field with Jerry Rice on that field. Yeah, you got Deebo Samuel, but you also wear the number 88. What does that mean? That means you got to go and take care of your business. You got to be better than Deebo, be better than anybody. Don't you let them Zeke be more physical than you. You lay it down. You lay them out. And Tony Pollard, you hit him with that lightning right down the sideline, baby. Right down the sideline for 2 touchdowns, and we're going to get out of there with a victory. That's all right there, y'all. We're going to get right out of there with a victory.
You know what? You've inspired me.
Oh.
I don't feel the same way about the Cowboys as you do.
We got a shot.
But I feel about kickers the way you feel about the Cowboys, and I'm going to now
talk to him.
To this man. Talk to me. Just because I'm Jewish doesn't mean I don't get gospel music. Come on, here we go.
Brett Maher. Brett, those uprights are golden for a reason. You see those uprights and you think money. That's why your nickname is Money Maher. Forget last week. Forget the fact that you missed an insane number of kicks. 3 missed kicks all year for field goals, 3 on extra points. That's the Money Maher I'm thinking of. You see those uprights, and you see a gold rush that only San Francisco can have. Come on.
Let's go there, baby.
No, don't shake it up.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's get him there.
Hold on a second. Here we go.
Yeah, get that thing right, baby. Brett Maher he better not miss no extra point. I bet you that. I bet you gonna see me if he missed no extra points for real.
So what's happening with the draft?
The San Francisco 49ers select Brock Purdy.
Are you serious?
True story.
Mr. Irrelevant to many, he becomes extremely relevant now.
We're pretty good. Who is this guy?
That was pretty good. Touchdown! San Francisco, Mr. Relevant.
Brock is looking pretty good.
I take it all back. I take it back. I'm thrilled you're on the team.
Okay, Kurt Warner, how does this guy that's looking pretty good right here, the rookie quarterback, you ought to give him a pep talk. How does he minimize the impact of this great player after Michael Irvin just got him all fired up?
We got to go fast. Mike gave 5. He chose 5 pep talks instead of 1. Mooch's minute is out of there. But here's the thing. The biggest thing to me is we always know as a quarterback, you got to get the ball out of your hands. You got to be on time. I'm sure they're going to add extra guys. George Kittle is being one of those guys that's going to give them a little presence on the edge to slow down number 11. But as a quarterback, do what you've done all year. See it, get it out, They do a lot of quick throws. I believe that's going to be a part of their game plan.
They certainly got to know where Micah Parsons lines up, because he's all over the place. If he's on the edge as an edge rusher, you got Trent Williams, the best tackle in the league. Mike McGlinchey's a good one, too. Maybe you chip, maybe you don't. But when he's stacked as a linebacker, the misdirection stuff ought to get him a little bit, because he's such an aggressive, fast player. Maybe get him going one direction and come out the back. You know what I mean? Rich, you know what I mean? You had a good pep talk, too, with the kicker. Kickers are people, too.
Mooch, now I know how you feel during Mooch's minute. Ooh, that was cardio. My gosh. Yeah, that was cardio, Irv. I don't know how you do it. Coming up next, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen meet head-to-head for the first time in the playoffs. Colleen Wolfe and Kyle Brandt live outside the stadium in Western New York.